beautiful rainy day in the forest. Hey guys, it's Johnny here in southern Sweden. It's May 12th, 2026. Day 101 of the vlog. And it's finally rained in the last few days. Hasn't rained really since the beginning of spring. And everything's beautiful and green now. There's grass growing. Hear a motorcycle in the distance. Just on the walking path right now. Wow, so much growth in here. I don't know if I've showed it in the past, but on days when we were doing some, forestry in this part of the woods, we would bring all the logs over to this area and line them up to be put on the tractor over there. But up until the last few days, this hasn't really been growing at all. But now, look at all this growth. It's amazing. If you want to know how old this tree was, you can pause right here and count the rings. So as you know, yesterday was the 100th day of the vlog. And I basically did hardly any vlog at all. Just a tiny little baby vlog. And, but I'll still count it because there's no rules for this. But man, 100 days. 101 days ago, there was a thick blanket of snow all over this ground. And yeah, I think I was looking for ramps to drive my car onto so I could change the oil. Anyway, I'm coming down here right now because there's something this way that I never knew was here, but apparently has been here for a long time. You can see that we are approaching the train tracks, which are now basically defunct, except for that kind of tourist, I don't know if you call it tourist train that drives by, like once a year. But right here, there's a little sign. Hållplats Brunnsparken. It's saying the distance from a town called Sävsjö is 37.4 kilometers. So we're here. Brunnsparken. And Sävsjö, oh, it's the beginning of the line up there. But right here, there used to be a whole building right here that looked just like this back in 1936. Because here in Holsbybrunn, right there, Holsbybrunn, as I've said a long time ago, about 100 days ago, this used to be a health spa back in the 1800s and into the mid 1900s too. And I never knew that this sign was here until recently. Here's a QR code for those of you who are interested. Small Sparga Järnvägen. I don't know exactly what that means. 1884 to 1984. Okay, so it was 100 years. Used for 100 years. That's amazing. I love looking at maps, love looking at historical things. Holsbybrunn, Brunnsparken. Look at those hats. Everyone was wearing a hat back then. The ladies and the gentlemen were wearing hats. I only wear baseball caps now. And like hiking hats to keep the sun off my neck. I wonder if I could like find the old foundation for that building. Because I had no idea that that sign was there until recently, and I didn't know that this was actually a stop. But it makes sense because people came here from all around. Walk through this way for a second. Actually, let's walk up here. Your children playing somewhere. Oh, okay. What's all that hay doing there? That's strange. A little bit of a rise in the terrain up there. These become really, really beautiful flowers that are called lupines, I believe, in English. But look at that. Let's see if we can get a close-up on that water right there. If we can get it focused. No, maybe not. But as you can see, green is poking up from the ground everywhere. And pretty soon there will be more shades of green here than anywhere else I've ever seen. So thanks for joining me on the short gander today, down here at the tracks. I hope that you have a good day. Thanks for hanging in there with me on the less interesting days and on maybe the more interesting days. Make your own stuff, too. Sure, keep watching, I don't mind. But make your own stuff. Document the world that you live in. Show other people what it's like and put it out there. See what happens. The old change in the tracks. I went down that way with the video when it was snowy outside. So that's it for today's gander. I'll see you next time. I'm trying to not fall into the holes. See you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.